Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Grind. How you doing out there this morning? Good, I hope. I hope you're having a great morning. Hope you have a great day. Taco Tuesday, whoop whoop. Tacos tonight, baby. Oh yeah. All right, enough of that. Let's get to it. We're going to talk about people. What's new, right? Well, we're going to talk about accepting people for who they are, the way they are. See, if you don't accept people for who they are, the way they are, you're going to constantly be frustrated. You're going to be upset. You're always going to be blaming something on them or being unhappy with them. And you'll never be happy with them. You're never going to be close to them. You're just going to always be frustrated. Listen, everybody's different. Not everybody's like you. Now, even in the same family, brought up in the same house by the same parents, people are going to be different because they have their own perception of life. They have their own brain, their own way of thinking, their own unique ideas. So they're going to be a little different. They're going to act a little different. Doesn't make them bad. Doesn't make them wrong. Just means that they think for themselves and they do things their way. And when you can accept people for who they are and the way they are, then you can have a good relationship with them. Then you can be friends with them. Then you can just have fun with them because you've accepted them for who they are. You're not trying to change them. You don't wish they were different. You're not getting frustrated. It took me a while to figure that out. There were some people in my life that I was close to, and it's just like, man, they're such an ass or they're such a jerk. And I just realized one day that's who they are. They're not going to change. They're not going to be any different. They're not bad people. They're good people. They do things a little different than I do. And it's absolutely okay. And when I totally accepted that, man, everything changed. Everything changed. It was awesome. Then I got along good with them, and they'd do something and I'd go, okay, well, that's them. That's just who they are and how they are, and, accept them for the way they are. And life was it was fun to be with them after that because then I could just let go of any expectations. See, that's the problem. When you're not accepting somebody for who they are, you have an expectation that they're going to be different than they are. And anytime you have an expectation, you're going to be disappointed because people can't live up to your expectations. First of all, they don't even know what they are. So how are they going to live up to them? They can't. So let people be themselves. Now, I'm not saying if somebody's being mean and they're hurting you and they're doing all kinds of nasty things to you that you accept them and keep them in your life. No, get away from those people. They're bad people. You don't want to be around that kind of stuff. But if they're not, if they're just a little different and they're not hurting you any, so what? Let them be themselves. I mean, oh my God, how much freedom is it in there and just being yourself? If you've been a people pleaser your whole life, trying to do something to make people like you, and you haven't been, allowed yourself to be yourself, you know how frustrating that can be. You can't be happy not being yourself either. Just be yourself. Be you. And if people don't like you, well, move on. Find the ones that will. What I've come to realize is once I could totally accept myself for the way I am and stop trying to do things to please other people and just don't worry about it and started loving me, then I could really start accepting other people for who they are and see that, okay, this is just who that person is. There was one person that I was real close with, good friends with. I don't care what you did for that person. They wouldn't say thank you. They would never show any kind of closeness to you or anything like that. And I realized they couldn't. They never really had that in their life, and they didn't know how to do it, and they just couldn't do it. And they showed me in different ways by their actions. See, your actions speak louder than words, for one thing. You watch people's actions when they're around you. What do they do and how do they act? That will speak louder than words. Sometimes the actions they do say the things that they can't say. Now, people might say, well, why couldn't they just say thank you? Or why couldn't they just, say good things? Well, some people can. I don't know why. They just can't. They can't seem to get it out of their mouth. I know it seems like a simple thing, but not for everybody, I guess. But the actions showed that. And once I realized that, it's like, well, they're saying it by their actions and the way they're doing and the things they do for me. They're showing me that they appreciate me and really care about me. So what if they don't say it? If they're showing it, that's a big deal. So I just accepted this person for who they were. And boy, it all changed after that. Our relationship was much better. I felt a lot closer. I felt more comfortable. It was just fun to be around that person, But I had to get that right in my head. So accept people for who they are and the way they are and you'll feel much better about it. You'll be a happier person. Stop expecting them to be something they're not, because it's just not going to happen, and that will keep you frustrated and no good. So if you really want to enjoy your friends and the people in your life, just accept them for who they are, and you'll just have much better relationships with people. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I hope you have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.